Hey everyone, and I hope you're having a wonderful day or night whenever you're watching this. Obviously, for me, it's nighttime. It's currently 10:56 p.m. and this will be probably my last video for a while because I'll be going to Texas and I don't know if I'll film or not, and I probably won't because I don't have a proper filming camera. I tried filming with my phone a while ago when Mom and I were going to Gettysburg, and the spirits just kept draining my phone. So, yeah. And I was using it a lot too. So, between me using it and the spirits, filming with my phone just didn't work out. Anyway, let's continue our Massachusetts tour. What started out as a local jailing facility, the Salem jail has served as a multitude of different functions, from condominiums to restaurants. After going through many renovations and remakes throughout its 200 plus years of operation, the Salem jail was finally closed as a jailhouse in 1990 after the construction of the Middleton jail was completed. The Middleton House of Correction was built in 1990 and is located in Middleton, Massachusetts, roughly 8 miles from Salem. It was not only built to accommodate more prisoners and prevent overcrowding, but also to prevent the continual money drain that Salem jail posed on the city. The Salem jail was constantly plagued with issues and need for repairs during its years in operation. It simply could not adequate care and provide for its inmates. It had become so diplomatic that the city was in fear for what may happen to those inside Salem's cells. Eager to find a solution, the state of Massachusetts not only needed a Salem jail day, the new Middleton jail actually had drug treatment programs readily available for its prisoners. This clearly shows the difference between the level of care for those locked up today when compared to imprisonment of yesteryear. It's a stark contrast when you consider inmates were left to die due to poor housing conditions alone. When the Middleton House of Corrections was finally completed, it provided inmates with a modern, cleaner, and safer environment. This finally allowed the closing of Salem jail, which would later afford the opportunity to house residents of a different type. Did you guys just see that orb fly across me? What the heck? As well as some inspiring possibilities for others. After a long serving its purpose as a jailhouse, the Salem jail closed up. Years later, in 2009, it was converted into condominiums, with 24 residential units available for housing. Its remaining empty section was made into a prison-themed eatery in 2010, called the Great Escape Restaurant. This venture was unfortunately short-lived and closed in 2013, not long after another franchise tried their hands at a restaurant within the walls of Salem jail, operating as A&E Burgers. dinner found success and eventually moved to a bigger location in Beverly, Massachusetts. I'm not sure if that raises my dog or not. In 2015, to accommodate for its growing customer base, it remains in business to this day. Left particularly vacant once again, a new restaurant named Bit Bar took resident here the following year in 2016, still operating the highly rated Bit Bar. Annie, stand the living daylights on me. Has found great success in an arcade-themed restaurant. Its retro style looked truly something to behold, with unique lighting and conversation pieces peppered throughout, with an additional 60-set patio. You'd be hard-pressed to eventually to identify remains of what was once a horrific, decaying jailhouse. Say hi! Wow. Rude. And initially built in 1684 and called the Old Witch Jail, many additions and upgrades were made before being turned into a home. This was done in order to allow for newer facilities, known as the Salem Jail, to be built next to the Witch Jail's ground. This new jail was built in 1813 and featured woodwork by Salem McIntyre, who also worked extensively on the Joshua Ward House. By 1885, the jail had been through a complete remodel in order to enlarge its capacity. In the preceding years, conditions worsened so badly that the inmates sued, resulting in yet another renovation, taking nearly a year and a half to complete. Nevertheless, the entire jail later fell victim to a massive fire 19 years later. Throughout to be the result of arson, requiring even more renovations to the facility. A 3-story brick structure sits adjacent to the Salem Jail, known as Jailer's House or Sheriff's House. This building was at one time used by the jail sheriff during the years in operation, but since closing down, it recently been converted to function as an office space. Although the Salem Jail was built many years after the invention of the witch trials, it has said that the jailhouse was built upon an old 17th century dungeon that imprisoned witches. This was certainly a tribute to many sightings with the building, as it believed that the dungeon was never destroyed. Thrill seekers and ghost hunters alike claim to have seen apparitions of many, as well as cold spots in certain parts of the facility. Items have been known to move on their own, lights turning on and off, and shadows appearing and disappearing. The spirit of an old person gone has been seen by residents and modern employees, still carrying his clipboard. Previous owners who have since tried their hand at operating businesses in the Salem Jail have reported numerous reports throughout the building. that have freezing cold air, a sure sign of paranormal entity at play. The Salem jail was in operation for 200 years, with conditions often so dreadful that many prisoners regularly died as a result. This certainly contributes to the belief that spirits roam the premises to this day with negative energy felt throughout its halls. Furthermore, many have claimed to have heard women weeping, which would validate the dungeon's location below, combined with other audible sounds like chains rattling and ghostly screams. You got the perfect recipe for yet another spooky location in haunted Salem. Salem is well known for its haunted past. The Salem witch trials alone are enough to make one skin crawl, knowing that alleged witches wrongly sentenced to death during this period of time was once held in the Salem jail structures only to serve to increase the fright. It's hard to say just what kind of prisoners were held in the jail during its time of operation, but since it was built well after the witch trials, it's safe to assume witches and warlocks did not make up this contribution. What began as a simple jailhouse, the Salem jail grew over the years with additions and upgrades, serving to imprison convicted criminals for over 2 centuries. With the substandard conditions, it sadly saw the death of many of the imprisoned. With all the tragedies that the structure saw, one has to wonder whether or not the place was cursed. Multiple fires regularly destroyed the jail over the years, requiring the constant need for new construction. With Salem jail's grim history, it is nice to see a positive outcome for this one symbol place. You don't often see such great things come from places that were once so despicable. To go from a dungeon holding witches to both a residence and a well-loved family eatery is quite the contrasting story of success. With A&B learners and later Whitlar have both found investments to be positive, so much that the A&B learners was forced to move to a larger facility, while Whitlar continues to rate highly with its regular customer being prisoners alike. This newly renovated condominiums are stunningly to say the least. During the deadly living conditions into a place for families to live and grow, each of the old cells have been converted into a beautiful living space. With the old stone walls serving the entire facility a rustic yet look and a rustic yet modern look and feel. Stairwells have been refreshed and large open windows allow the inside to become bleached with sunlight, a staggering difference when compared to its former depressing interior. The work put into these projects deserve applause, and its great lessons in how to turn negative into a positive. This old historical landmark could have easily been demolished, but with some integrity, ingenuity, and progressive thinking, it was transformed into a shelter and enterprise. And nothing is quite so American than that. Thank you guys for watching my videos. I noticed a few things going on while I was doing this video, like that orb going across me, and then that noise shortly after. So, if you guys see anything or hear anything in the background while I'm listening to the story, please let me know in the comments below. Anyway, thank you for watching my videos. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, Hot and Roll with Patio. Until next time, sleep tight.